The Undertaker retires, John Cena proposes to Nikki Bella, and the Hardy Boys make their return to WWE. The ultimate thrill ride was possibly the most newsworthy WrestleMania in the show's history. I'm Oli Davis, and this is my WrestleMania 33 review in about 4. Whoa. Are you serious? It's like a 20-hour-long event. I'm not even entirely sure WrestleMania's finished. As great as this year's WrestleMania was, the crucial point is it's way too long. I can say this was a memorable return, or that was the actual end of an era, but the fact of the matter is, that was 7 hours of wrestling. A 2-hour pre-show followed by just over 5 hours of main card. No normal people come out of a Lord of the Rings extended edition marathon beaming, "What a leap forward for motion capture CGI Gollum was!" Or damn, the Battle of Helm's Deep had some great high spots. They collapse in a heap on the floor and say no more fantasy. That was too much fantasy. I believe that one of the most important parts of entertainment or storytelling is knowing when enough is enough, showing restraint. Quality is far superior to quantity. I say it about Raw all the time. WrestleMania was heavily hindered by excess. With that said, here's an attempt at reviewing everything in about 4 minutes. Even at WrestleMania, the cruiserweight matches still have a commercial break in them. Neville retained after a decent bout. Something called the Gronk happened here. I'm not entirely sure what a Gronk is, and it seemed at least one security guard didn't either. The Gronk's friend Mojo Rawley won. Ambrose retained against Corbin in a slightly below average match. AJ Styles took on Shane McMahon in a straight up wrestling match that only got good when it became a street fight. I couldn't buy into Shane being on AJ's level wrestling wise. It's one thing to say McMahon's a crazy daredevil brawler, it's quite another to portray him as an MMA expert. The match found its groove when the referee was knocked out, cue trash cans, shooting stars and announcer table bumps. Thankfully AJ won. After one of the best breakup segments in Raw's history and months of storyline behind them, Kevin Owens beating Chris Jericho felt lackluster. There were good spots, especially the one-finger pinfall break, but they couldn't capture the emotional magic of either the Festival of Friendship segment or KO's Battleground match with Sami Zayn last year. Taking their cue from the NXT TakeOver tag match the previous night, heels and babyfaces united to eliminate the monster first, which was a great way to both protect and showcase Nia Jax. Corkscrew moonsault aside, everything afterwards fell flat though. Imagine if this was where Bayley won the title instead of a throwaway episode of Raw, or Charlotte's pay-per-view streak was still intact. An okay match that could have been so much more. Before the Raw 3-way tag ladder match got going, the New Day came out to announce this was now a 4-way. Oh great, I thought. The WrestleMania hosts have entered themselves in the match, somehow genuinely forgetting the weeks of Hardy Boys return reports and the ladder match stipulation. I yelped out loud when Matt and Jeff returned, and they followed it up with the second best match of the night, winning the Raw tag titles. This was the year's first WrestleMania moment. John Cena and Nikki Bella versus The Miz and Maurice. The build was great. The post-match angle was adorable. The match itself, well, there was a good Lethal Leap Year 30th anniversary sign in the crowd. John Cena sucks, Nikki Bella's plastic, he probably proposed months ago. I don't care, I'm a romantic at heart. And Cena proposing to Nikki after winning was genuinely heartwarming. WrestleMania moment number 2. Rollins and Triple H had a really good match with some fantastic character moments. Seth selling his knee, Triple H seeing a sledgehammer, and the game accidentally knocking Stephanie McMahon through a table. That's for you, Mick Foley, Sasha Banks, Sami Zayn, and all the Raw wrestlers who've been buried without revenge. Unfortunately, following the Hardys' return and Cena's proposal, the crowd were mostly indifferent. Orton and Bray had a really disappointing match. The psych-out projections of squirming insects on the ring mat was different, but didn't work in either storyline or practice. Orton severed Wyatt's supernatural power on the go-home SmackDown, and it looked overly gimmicky. Brock Lesnar beating Goldberg for the Universal title, however, was my favourite match of the night. It felt like a big-time boxing fight. Two guys who have been kept apart for months, great entrances, a super hot crowd, and only 4 different moves. Jackhammer, spear, suplex, and F5. After a night of 15 to 20-minute matches and some severe wrestling fatigue setting in, this 5-minute highlight reel was perfect. After all the reports and rumours of women from WWE's past returning for this match, it was just the 6 women already announced. Naomi made Bliss tap, regaining the title in her home state. Roman Reigns and The Undertaker got the main event spot, an entire feud based on a property dispute. Who does this yard belong to? Jim Ross joined the announcers table to help proceedings. Just the sound of JR's voice exposed the rest of the night's commentary as very subpar. The match wasn't good, with Undertaker's body seemingly too broken down to wrestle at his usually high WrestleMania standard. The botched tombstone reversal spot was awkward to watch. Taker finally lost after the match's 7th spear or something, meaning Reigns now has full planning permission for the yard. Afterwards, it became obvious why Roman couldn't turn heel here. It would give the match the wrong kind of heat considering what was about to come: the retirement of the dead man, where the Undertaker performed the slowest and saddest striptease I've ever seen, leaving his hat, gloves and coat in the ring. It was heartbreaking to see him go. That isn't just a wrestling legend retiring, it's part of our lives, a significant chapter in our childhood's ending. WrestleMania moment number 3. Stanley Kubrick always said you need 3 really memorable scenes to make a classic movie. WrestleMania completed that rule and then some, with 3 incredible angles to be a fan: the Hardys' return, Cena's proposal, and Undertaker's retirement. But Kubrick didn't make 7-hour films. I'm not saying there should have been more moments, I'm saying there should have been a lot less show. Imagine if this was just an 8-match card that ran 4 hours. It would have been all killer, no filler, top to bottom. What did you all think? Let me know in the comments down below. And find out all the details on the Hardy Boys WWE return, and watch my latest Wrestle sketch on how Goldberg prepared for his WrestleMania 33 match by clicking the videos to the left and subscribe. I've been Oli Davis. Oh God, and that was wrestling.